Brunswick's own Carolier has hosted the U.S. Open 7 times, more than any other venue. Its first year was 2005, where Chris Barnes met up with a lefty, Patrick Allen, in the title match. In a real nail-biter, Barnes would go strike 9 spare in the 10th frame to defeat Allen by 1 pin and claim the first major of his career. Now the question is, who's going to take home that trophy in this 69th U.S. Open? So Pete Weber, the number 4 seed coming in, has beaten number 3 Ryan Schaefer. And now Jason Belmonte, who is red hot. I mean, he's really bowling about as well, he thinks, as he can. Will go up against the player he watched growing up. And Pete Weber is going to go first. And it's got to be, you got to have a little butterfly if you're looking at your hero on the other side, don't you?
Well, Jason Belmonte's getting exactly what he wanted, a dream match against Pete Weber. Weber's got a game under his belt. The nerves are gone. Belmonte's coming in fresh. Weber's got a nice blueprint of what the oil pattern's doing, even though they did get practice during the break. So what? Jason Belmonte's got to shake the butterflies quick, get off to a quick start against Weber.
Pete Weber in our second match, getting ready to go.
You don't want to get on his bad side.
No.
This guy used to burn paper with a magnifying glass at night.
Why?
Yeah, well, because he's that bad.
You
can't. You don't want to get on his bad side.
I think you ought to be quiet.
Like for the rest of the show?
No. He got his silence after that one, I'll tell you. Pete Weber's got a strike.
See, that's what.
And he looked right over.
Yeah, he's got it.
He looked right over to the fan, or whoever it was.
That's why people love to hate him, right? He's just Pete.
The number 2 player is a 2-time PBA Tour champion and 2009 PBA Rookie of the Year. From Orange, New South Wales, Australia, Belmo, Jason Belmonte.
Third year on the tour, 28 years old. Comes in with a wife back home, expecting their second child next month. And when he left home, she said, "You're going to win the U.S. Open." And he got a bit emotional about that last night, talking about it. Let's see how it goes. He's on. What it would mean to win, Jason Belmonte said this.
A win here would mean everything. This is for you to say that you've won the hardest tournament in the world against the best bowlers in the world. You know, there aren't many people in the world who have won this tournament. And it's been going for a very long time. How Pete Weber's won it 4 times, I don't know. I mean, the guy, I don't know if he's really human, because I've bowled this tournament a few times, and to be able to win it 4 times is just...
Well, he's off to a mighty good start here.
Yeah, not a bad start. Swishes the rack the first frame and then trips 4 second frame for a double. Nice way to start. But what's amazing is the 2 completely different lines these 2 are playing. Pete Weber's playing in and hooking it. Jason Belmonte, the man with all of the revolutions and power, is right of Pete, throwing it really hard and really straight.
Pete Weber, after bowling a strike first time around,
yeah,
that
that's
10 again.
right. I throw it good and get 9.
Yeah, this was a great shot. Now, here's, again, the profile, Pete, that big high backswing. And then what he can do at the bottom of the swing with that rotation, not a lot of players have been able to do it throughout the history of this sport. And that's why Pete can get in and really open up the lane on any oil pattern. But I think that's why also he's been so good at the United States Open.
He will take more time between balls than any of the other bowlers we see. Likes to be patient, quiet. Got it. Remember, he missed in that first match at 10 when he put one in the gutter, and not this time.
Yeah, he taped that thumb hole up in his spare ball, and a little bit better result this time. I think about the only thing that's going to stop these two players in this match, though, is going to be carry. I don't think they're going to have too hard of a time getting to the pocket. I could be wrong. It is the U.S. Open.
You're never wrong, Ren. Never. Doesn't happen.
All right, well, let's see. If he hits the pocket on this ball, then you know the crystal ball's working.
Patience, patience, patience.
Can you
Game
stop
left.
moving over there, please? Please stop moving while I'm in my approach. That's all I ask.
It's much more fun listening to Pete than it is to us. So we'll lay out here often.
No need for me to say a thing.
I said, would you please stop moving in my approach?
Not good when you have the.
I don't know what's hard about that to understand.
I don't know who he's looking at.
He's got the rabbit ears going now. Not good.
All you gotta do is sit still.
Somebody in the stands is what he's talking to. Somebody moving.
3 times now.
Well, you
Hey,
know,
move again, I want to move.
unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast in this setting. You know, you've got fans sitting down lane, and hard to sit still, especially when you're trying to, you know, get a good look at one of your favorite bowlers. Maybe not their favorite after today, but
Belmonte's got 2 strikes. How much of what Weber does is about Belmonte? Any, or is it real?
no, it's real. I don't think it has anything to do with Jason Belmonte. Pete, the thing about Pete is he's brutally honest. He wears his emotions on his sleeve, obviously, but Pete's honest. I mean, Pete's going to tell it like it is. This is not a show, or this isn't anything to try to get Belmo out of his game plan. He's not that kind of player.
Watches as intently as he bowls. So Belmonte coming away with a spare. Jason Belmonte has not won a major. His best finish in a major, 4th in the World Cup this year.
And again, this is what makes Jason Belmonte so scary. He's using the most aggressive ball in his arsenal, throwing it 100 miles an hour, really straight, with a rev rate over 600.
Could not have, as Randy's pointed out, more opposite styles than what we're seeing in this match.
And they couldn't be playing 2 more completely different lines.
Yeah.
And you would think it would be the exact opposite, because Belmonte possesses all of the power and revs. You would think he would be in trying to hook it and open the lane up. Not the case at all. He's bringing it. I mean, he's coming with a high, hard one, a lot of speed and a lot of bad intentions on Jason Belmonte's side. Now, Weber looking to get back in this, trailing by 11 and looking for a second strike of the match.
You think I'm going to talk when he's getting ready? You're crazy. And he got a strike. Pete Weber won the U.S. Open 4 times. If he could win it a 5th time, he'd be the first to do it. What does he think about that?
This is the tournament I think everybody wants to win, and to win it a 5th time, I mean, that would just be like, wow, man, I did something that Dick Weber and Don Carter didn't do. But you know what, I could never say that I'm better than those 2, because those 2 paved the way for everybody to bowl. So, you know, it would be an honor to win and go ahead of Don and Dad in that category, but then again, it would mean more to me than anything in the whole world.
After his 3rd strike. Yep.
Both Don Carter and Dick Weber won the BPAA All-Stars a record 4 times. And then the first U.S. Open was contested in '71, and that's when it went from the BPAA All-Star to the U.S. Open. You can see that this pretty elite company right there, 3 of the greatest the game has ever known. But yeah, to win this event 4 times, and Jason Belmonte said it in his soundbite, it's mind-boggling. Such a brutal, tough tournament to win.
Belmonte trying to maintain his lead.
And this is something you don't see very often from Belmonte because of the style and the shoulders being wide open. Is a shot that's pulled.
So Belmonte with 3 strikes after the spare, and he's got it.
When you watch the two-handed styles of Jason Belmonte, Oscar Palermo, I think the most interesting facet of what they do is their ability to throw the ball at the velocity that they throw it at. It's not hard to throw with 2 hands. It's not hard to create revolutions. Obviously, when you use that style, what's hard is to do it and throw it 20 miles an hour. And then to be as precise as these guys are, especially Jason Belmonte, as you see, only bowled 1 game under 200 in match play, which is absolutely mind-boggling. The efficiency, the accuracy of a Jason Belmonte going at that speed with that much power is really a unique and an amazing thing to watch.
Very consistent. He has been very consistent here.
Got to get the pin out of that left gutter before the player can bowl. There we go.
Belmonte was talking about what we've mentioned, all saying you've got to have patience here in the U.S. Open. He says, I am not a patient person. He's had to work on that this week to keep himself under control, to be patient, and not to rev things up when his ball's revved up, but he doesn't want to be revved up. He waited, and will leave 2.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. He said that patience is a tough thing for him to come by. The tournament was only half over, and Jason Belmonte was like, man, what am I doing? I'm only halfway through this event.
That's when he kind of got a hold of himself and kind of settled himself down. Now he's going after the spare. He has 3 strikes so far. Oh, got it.
Yeah. 2-8, not the easiest spare to shoot at on this oil pattern.
Now let's take a look at the fast, safe pain relief replay brought to you by the makers of Bayer Advanced Aspirin. Got to have that one. Cannot leave the open frame. Another great match here in the 69th U.S. Open as Pete Weber, the number 4 seed who advanced, taking on Jason Belmonte, the number 2 seed. And they, as was true in the first match, arm in arm down. And we come back with some Hall of Famers. Carmen Salvino on the left, in the middle, Johnny Pertaglia and Mark Roth on the right. 3 Hall of Famers in a row. And they all have U.S. Open titles to their credit. And a reminder, coming up, it's Super Tuesday college basketball doubleheader, 7 o'clock. It'll be Michigan State trying to stop the Big Ten against Indiana, and number 9 Eastern. It'll be Florida against Vanderbilt. Super Tuesday presented by KFC, ESPN, ESPN3, streaming live on WatchESPN.com. Randy, how about, we talked about the differentials between these 2 bowlers. How about the speed?
Speed and line both completely different. You see Pete Weber starting a lot farther left, Jason Belmonte farther right. And look at the speed differential there, how much faster Jason Belmonte's ball gets to the pins before Pete Weber. So it's really a unique 2 different ways to play the oil pattern here at the U.S. Open, but that's what makes this tournament so great.
In sports, there's somebody called a red hat who stands up on the field or whatever it may be and says, okay, you can play now. After the commercial, we have one of those people working here. He just got the stare down from Pete.
Everybody's getting the stare down from Pete.
Pete's got it.
It's the U.S. Open.
He's got it wound up for this one, doesn't he? Weber coming off a couple of strikes. Tough lanes.
Coming out of break, not a bad shot. Avoids the split, only leaves the 4-pin.
A little deeper on that lane. And
if he converts, we will be
commercial breaks.
All even through 6.
Entered the Hall of Fame in 1998. Rookie of the Year in 1980. And bowling in a hurry right here for the spare, and he got it. Head to PBA.com to find out how you can join the growing number of fans following the PBA on Twitter. Get tweets featuring a PBA Tour news and tournament update. Find information about linking to the Twitter accounts of your favorite PBA stars. Simply click the Twitter link on the PBA.com homepage to get started. Pete Weber after his 9th major. As we've talked about, Jason Belmonte after his first. Matched up here, trying to move to the championship round, and again Pete started. Now we're a long way off from him, so I don't think he heard me talking.
I'm taking cover.
And he's got glass in front of me, so I'm ducking.
I'm hiding behind you. Listen, this is a time where you need to keep your composure, put the distractions behind you, and get up and just take a deep breath and start over. A lot on the line. U.S. Open title. This guy's been here before.
That is the one at 10.
That's okay. Again, 9 spares are good here, unless your opponent's throwing a lot of strikes, and that usually doesn't happen. You can see Pete Weber is now playing in between the 4th and 5th arrow, right around the 22nd, 23rd board at the arrows. I think ornery is the word that I would use now. Pete's ornery. He's really ornery, and he's really irritated with somebody over there to the right side.
I don't know how he can see anybody moving over there because everyone's so afraid right now. They're absolutely in stiff jackets, refusing to move. Through all of this, Jason Belmonte's going, hey, I want to win. And right now, 3 strikes. They each have 3. And he comes back and gets his 4th.
I mean, that could have been a big 4. This ball just punishes the pins and just kind of pushes everything down. This ball's going to go high, and you're going to watch the 4-7-10 go out late. Speed and power.
He is strong. There you see, just a +1 right now for Belmonte. Trying to pick up his first win in a major. And a back-to-back strikes. Nope.
Boy, and that was the big shot of the match for me, Gary, because that was his first opportunity to put a lot of pressure on Pete Weber. Look how big Pete's eyes just got there.
Yep.
He could have really put some pressure on him. He could have doubled up, taken an 11-pin lead, and instead he looks at possibly an open frame.
10, and he does. So an open frame for Jason Belmonte.
Now he's 11 down. He could have been 11 up, working on a double, and in one shot goes from leading to trailing by 11.
Pete Weber talked about that with us last night. There you see how it's gone here. I mean, both have been on and off with the strikes. But Weber said in this tournament in particular, you never know. He said that changes in a heartbeat, and that's exactly what happened. Weber with the lead, trying to extend it. Got it.
He can trip the 4, so can I.
His wife.
Not too many players in the history of this tour that have more Maple Moxie in major championship competition than this guy.
He can trip the 4, so can I.
So Weber's got 4 strikes now. Belmonte with 4. He wants a re-rack.
Now let's see if he can double up and really take advantage of the open frame. Belmonte's max score 215. If Pete strikes here, that'll put him in the 2 teens. But no matter what Belmonte does, if Pete strikes here in the 9th frame, Pete Weber cannot be shut out.
After the strike, not to be shut out. Yeah!
Gary, you know how some people wear Superman pajamas? Well, if there were Pete Weber pajamas, Superman would wear those.
He just wouldn't be as loud.
That is seriously taking advantage of a hole in an open frame at a major championship. Pete Weber, so much experience, steps up and just goes bang, bang, take that.
After that trophy for the 5th time, Jason Belmonte got it.
If Belmonte strikes out, he'll shoot 215. If Pete Weber goes 9 spare strike, Pete Weber will shoot 215.
Will youth be served or experience take its place?
The only double for Belmonte came early in the 1st and 2nd frame. Remember the last time on this lane, he went light and left the 210.
Belmonte keeping his hopes alive. Yes, he does.
All right, that puts him in the 200s. If he strikes out, he'll force Weber to throw the first strike in the 10th.
So Belmonte continues to be, as we talked about in this entire U.S. Open, amazingly consistent. Reaching that 200 mark and going over again. Belmonte got it.
Big shot. Hey, Mr. Big Shot. Nice. Nice. Hey, Pete Weber, I'm not going anywhere yet. I know you're that superstar Hall of Famer and all that, but hey, I'm still here, and I want to let you know that I'm not going anywhere just yet. That's 10 back.
He said that it was a kid's dream matchup if he could face Pete Weber. He is, and now he's trying to do one better, beat him. Jason Belmonte to finish it up.
Oh, no.
That's big. He just
just missed it. Just.
He just lost 2 pins in count. Weber can now go 9 spare 9 and win by 1 pin.
Just missed it.
9 spare 9 is all Weber needs. 8 spare strike gets it done. 9 spare 9. A strike on the first ball, Weber advances.
Oh, this is my second. Oh, I was like, all right.
Loose.
I don't remember taking 2 yet.
I don't like him like that. Remember when he gets loose? Remember when he was loose in the first match? Halfway through that first match, he was trailing.
All right, Pete. Come on.
And remember the last time on this right lane, he went trip 4. He went a little high and went trip 4.
Come on, buddy, right here. This is it. This is it.
Weber trying to advance a strike here would set him up. He got it. So Pete Weber,
Great hole this year, man.
best Jason Belmonte.
And there's going to be plenty more times for us, too.
I don't know, but he's angry at somebody over there on the left side of the stadium because he just went over there and gave him the business. He's got to stay behind the foul line.
He does.
Weber's going to bowl for the title.
So Pete Weber has advanced to face the #1 seed. Weber going after an historic 5th U.S. Open championship, something nobody else has done. And he has won the first 2, trying to do it, coming from the #4 seed. The veteran who said, the youngsters want me to retire, and I keep saying I'm still around.